U.S. officials are working to help save First Republic Bank. According to Reuters, the FDIC, the Treasury Department, and the Federal Reserve are reportedly looking to set up meetings with companies that could lend a hand. Now, the value of shares in First Republic has dropped 95% since early March, when banks first started to collapse. Ticketmaster has a bit of a royal mess on its hands. It's handling applications for tickets to King Charles's coronation concert. Emails went out saying, quote, "Congratulations, you have been successful in the ballot for a pair of standing tickets." But when some people clicked the link to claim the tickets, they weren't available. Ticketmaster did not immediately respond to CBS Money Watch's request for comment. The EU registered a slender growth figure of 0.3% in the first quarter of 2023, avoiding a recession, but inflation is still running painfully high. For more on this, I want to bring in Brendan McKenna. He's an international economist for Wells Fargo. Thanks for joining us. So listen, while the growth figure seems small, can you break down what this actually tells us about the economy in the EU, especially considering last year experts were predicting a pretty severe economic downturn?
You're absolutely right. Last year, the Eurozone growth outlook looked really subdued. You had energy prices that were skyrocketing. You had energy shortages across the continent. So the growth outlook, again, was looking a little nasty, especially relative to prior growth periods in the Eurozone. But I think today's growth numbers actually show a lot of resilience in Eurozone economic activity. And at a minimum, it shows that the Eurozone is probably not going to enter recession this year, which is a bit of a surprise given the developments over the last 12 to 18 months or so.
What is the situation when it comes to inflation? I mean, we've heard some crazy numbers in the UK. What about the EU?
I think the inflation outlook is improving in the Eurozone. But I think when you're thinking about the path of inflation and inflation expectations going forward, they're still relatively elevated and certainly higher than the ECB's target goal of about 2% inflation. So I think when I'm thinking about monetary policy and the inflation outlook, I think the European Central Bank still has some work to do on the interest rate hikes and just tightening monetary policy further to contain those inflationary pressures.
So that was going to be my follow-up question. What has the European Central Bank been doing in terms of interest rate hikes? Are they similar to what we've been seeing here in the U.S.? And you kind of answered my sort of final question, which is, could we expect to see more interest rate hikes? Because it certainly seems like things are cooling a little, which is what, is supposed to be the purpose of those rate hikes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the ECB and the Fed have kind of been on the same page as far as raising interest rates relatively aggressively. And if you were to just look at prior tightening cycles, again, the Fed and the ECB have been raising interest rates at a faster clip and taking that terminal rate, so to speak, up to a higher level than what we've seen in the past. But as far as going forward for the ECB, I think there's still some work to be done. So our forecast is for at least 2 more 25 basis point hikes, which will get your deposit rate up to 3.50%. And also when I'm just thinking about inflation and the risks around that forecast, I think the risks are probably tilted towards a higher terminal rate. So it's entirely possible that you can get a deposit rate from the ECB that's 3.75, possibly even 4% by the time the tightening cycle is completed.
All right, Brendan McKenna, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.